You look at the pen in your hand. It feels heavier than a shovel. The table in front of you is made of cold glass. Three strange figures sit across from you. They do not blink. They do not breathe air like we do. You look out the thick window. The silver orb floats there in the black dark. It looks peaceful. It has no idea what you are about to do. We have no choice. The debt is too big. Our world is drowning in red numbers. We tried everything else first. We sold the asteroid belt last year. That bought us 6 months of food. Now the cupboards are bare again. You grip the pen tighter. Your knuckles turn white. The lead figure taps the glass table. It wants you to sign. The contract is 1,000 pages long. You did not read it all. No one reads the whole thing. That would take a lifetime. You just need the credits. You press the nib to the digital paper. Your signature looks shaky. It is done. We just sold the nightlight. I hope the tides do not mind. The auction room is a hologram. It projects into the center of the United Hall. Rich worlds from far away join the feed. They are just shapes of light and color. Some look like gas clouds. Others look like geometry gone wrong. The numbers start to fly. They scroll so fast your eyes hurt. The bidding starts at 10 trillion. That covers the interest for a week. A blue cloud offers 12 trillion. A red cube counters with 15. You watch the numbers climb. It feels like a game show from hell. But the prize is our survival, and the cost is our sky. The crowd in the hall is silent. You can hear a pin drop. Actually, you can hear a heartbreak. A jagged shape enters the bid. It offers 20 trillion. The room gasps. That wipes the slate clean. But who are they? The shape is sharp and dark. It does not look friendly. But beggars cannot be choosers. Money is money in any language, or so we tell ourselves. The gavel comes down, sold to the dark shape. We are debt-free, but we feel cheaper than ever. The buyer arrives 3 days later. They do not send a diplomat. They send a hive. Massive ships darken the sun. They look like floating factories. Grease and smoke seem to trail them. They park in orbit around the prize. You stand at the command center. You watch the main screen. The visuals are crisp. Hundreds of small craft detach. They swarm toward the craters. They look like metal ants. A voice comes over the comms. It sounds like grinding gears. They introduce themselves as the builders. That sounds nice enough. My uncle was a builder. He built decks and patios. These guys build stars, or maybe they break them. Their leader teleports to your deck. He is tall and made of wires. He does not shake hands. He scans the room with red eyes. He asks for the keys. You hand over the control codes. He does not say thank you. He just hums. It's a low and hungry sound. You suddenly want to check the receipt. We sit down to talk details. The room is hot. The cooling units are broken again. The builder sits perfectly still. He does not sweat. He lays out the abstraction plan. It's aggressive. They want to start digging at noon. You ask about the safety limits. The treaty mentions structural integrity. We need the moon to stay round. Tides are important for surfing and for marine biology. The builder waves a metal hand. He says the shape is irrelevant. Mass is what matters. You point to paragraph 4. It says no strip mining. He points to paragraph 6. It overrides paragraph 4. Lawyers are the same in every galaxy. They hide the knife in the ink. You argue for an hour. Your voice gets hoarse. He does not budge. He says time is money, and we have neither. You realize something scary. They do not care about the rock. They want what is inside. You go back to the contract. You use a magnifying glass. You find the hidden clause. It is in section 9. It is written in tiny font. It talks about activation rights, not excavation rights. Activation. That is a weird word for a rock. You turn on the long-range scanner. You point it at the digging site. The builders are not just digging. They are plugging things in. Giant cables snake into the dust. They glow with purple light. The ground starts to vibrate. You can feel it in your teeth. It is a low-frequency hum, like a cat purring. If the cat was the size of a continent. The scan shows energy spikes. Deep under the gray crust, something is waking up. The moon is not just a rock. It is a shell, and we just sold the yolk. You call the science team. They are asleep. You wake them up with a shout. Tell them to look at the sensors. They gasp. The core is spinning. The machines drop from the sky. They land with heavy thuds. Dust plumes shoot up miles high. The silence of space is broken. Well, we cannot hear it, but the sensors scream. Drills spin up to speed. They bite into the gray soil. The surface begins to erode. Chunks of rock float away. The builders are fast. They work with a scary rhythm. It looks like they are eating. Great scoops of land vanish. The purple cables pulse brighter. Energy flows from the ships. It goes down into the core. The moon begins to glow, not from the sun, from the inside. It looks like a heating coil. You watch from the window. A pit forms in the sea of rain. It gets wider and deeper. You can see layers of history. Ancient lava flows. Meteor impacts. All gone in seconds. The builders do not pause. They just feed the machine. You feel a cold dread. We sold our guardian, and now they are skinning it. The news hits the networks. Screens light up on Earth. People stop walking in the streets. They look up at the day sky. You can see the work from down there. A dark spot grows on the white face. Panic spreads fast. It moves faster than a virus. Social feeds explode with fear. Some say it is the end. Others say it is a hoax. Most just scream. The tides start to shift. High tide comes too early. Water laps at the city walls. The gravity balance is changing. Birds fly in circles. They lost their magnetic map. News anchors are crying on air. One guy blames the government. Another blames the aliens. They are both right. You watch the chaos on a monitor. You feel responsible. Because you are responsible. You signed the paper. You sold the sky. Now the sky is falling. Or at least it is breaking apart. We need a plan B, but we sold plan A. And plan B is expensive. A red light blinks on your desk. It is the old communication line, the one for the banks. You hesitate to answer, but you must. A holograph flickers to life. It is a shark in a suit. Not a literal shark, but close enough. He represents the creditors, the ones we paid off. He smiles. It is not a nice smile. He says the contract is void. The collateral is damaged. The moon is losing value. He demands a refund or immediate replacement of goods. We spent the money already. We bought food and fuel. We cannot give it back. He says that is unfortunate. He talks about asset seizure. They want to seize Earth next, to cover the loss. Your heart stops. This was the trap. The builders destroy the moon. The value drops. The banks come for the home world. It is a double cross, a perfect scam. The shark fades away. You sit in the silence. The echo of his voice remains. We are worse than broke. We are foreclosed. You leave the command deck. You go to the lower levels. The air smells like oil here. You meet with a small crew. They are the misfits. Engineers and pilots. People who fix things. They look tired but ready. You tell them the truth. We have been played. The moon is a battery. The banks want the Earth. We have one chance. We need to stop the builders. And we need to void the debt. The pilot laughs. He has a scar on his chin. He says it sounds like suicide. You agree. He asks when we start. You point to the shuttle bay. We have an old cargo ship. It is rusty and slow, but it has stealth plating. We call it the Ghost. It is not a warship. It is a delivery truck. But today we deliver trouble. The engineer holds up a device. It looks like a bomb. It is a jammer. If we plant it right, we can stop the signal. We can put the moon back to sleep. The crew nods, their eyes shine. Brighter than the lunar light. You hail the builder ship. You demand a meeting. You say you have a new offer. They accept. They are curious. Curiosity is a weakness. You fly the shuttle over. You leave the jammer behind. For now. You land in their docking bay. It is huge and cold. Robots watch you walk. The leader waits on a platform. He looks taller up close. You offer him the other planets. Mars is nice this time of year. Venus is hot but spacious. He laughs. It sounds like metal scraping. He says those are dead rocks. He needs the pulse. He points to the moon. He says it is alive. He says we are parasites on a shell. You keep him talking. Every minute is precious. You need the ghost to get close. You ask about the ancient tech. How did he know it was there? He says they planted it, eons ago, before we climbed out of the mud. They are not buying the moon. They are repossessing it. The trust hangs by a thread, and you are cutting it. The truth is out. The moon is their old toy. They left it here to charge. Now the battery is full, and they want to take it. But taking it destroys us. Without the moon, Earth wobbles. Seasons vanish. Life ends. You look at the leader. His motives are cold. Pure calculation. Zero empathy. He checks a display. The extraction is at 90%. Once it hits 100, the core detach mechanism fires. The moon will crack open. The core will fly away. The shell will crash into Earth. That is the plan. Extinction is just a side effect. You check your watch. The ghost should be in position. You need to distract him. You tell a joke. Why did the robot cross the road? He does not laugh. He says humor is inefficient. You say survival is messy. He looks confused. That is good. Confusion causes delay, even for a machine. You tap your earpiece. Signal the crew. It is time to make noise, or rather silence. The attack begins, but there are no explosions, no flashes of light. The ghost drops the payload. The jammer sinks into the dust. It activates. A wave of silence spreads. Not sound silence, data silence. The purple cables flicker. The energy flow stutters. The leader freezes. His connection is cut. The drones stop digging. They float aimlessly. It is a battle of invisible waves. Sparks fly from the consoles. The builder ship shudders. The feedback loop hits them. You grab a pipe. It was lying on the floor. Low tech beats high tech. You swing at the leader. He is fast but laggy. You hit his knee joint. It crunches. He falls. But his guards are waking up. They have red lasers. You dive behind a crate. Plasma burns the metal. You yell into the comms. Hold the jammer steady. The moon fights back too. The ground quakes. Gravity shifts wildly. Up becomes down. The guards crash into the ceiling. You float toward the exit. Hope flares in the dark. We might just pull this off. The crater glows red. The jammer is overheating. It cannot hold forever. The core is unstable. It wants to burst. The builders reboot their systems. The drones turn back on. They aim at the ghost. Your crew is sitting ducks. You make a choice. You run to the main console. The leader tries to stop you. You kick him away. You access the core controls. The interface is alien, but math is universal. You see the release command, and you see the vent command. You cannot stop the core, but you can vent the energy. It will drain the battery. The builders will get nothing, but the moon will die. It will be a cold rock forever. No more tidal pull, no more light, just a stone. But Earth will survive. You smash the button. The crater erupts, not with fire, with pure white light. It shoots into space. It misses Earth. It hits the builder fleet. Their ships overload. They go dark. The moon groans one last time. The purple glow fades. The ancient machine dies. Our ancestors watch from the stars. They would be proud. We broke the toy, but we saved the house. The fleet drifts away. They are powerless. Dead hulks in the void. The leader is silent. You offer a new deal. We tow them out. We fix their engines. If they leave and never return, he agrees. He has no leverage left. But the banks are still watching. The shark calls back. He is angry. The asset is worthless now. It is just a dead rock. You smile. You tell him to look closer. The energy vent created something. The dust crystallized. The surface is now diamond. Industrial-grade diamond. Miles deep. The value just went up, way up, and known to buy the galaxy. The shark goes quiet. His eyes get wide. You send the new appraisal. We are not paying the debt. We are buying the bank. He stammers. You cut the feed. The crew on the Ghost cheers. You hear them over the comms. They are alive. You look out the port. The moon looks different. It sparkles, literally. The sun rises over Earth. It hits the new moon. The light is blinding. It is a disco ball in the sky. Okay, maybe not that bright, but it shimmers. Humanity steps out. They look up. Fear turns to awe. We did not lose the moon. We upgraded it. The tides are smaller now. Surfing will be different, but we are still here. The builders warp away. They limp back to the dark. We learned a lesson. Do not sign what you do not read, and never sell the furniture. You land the shuttle. The air smells sweet. People cheer at the fence. You drop the pen. You do not need it anymore. Your hands are dirty, but your conscience is clean. We stood on the edge. We looked into the abyss, and we sold it a diamond. The future is wide open, and it is debt-free, for now. Next week, we tackle Mars. I hear they have great red sand. Maybe we can make glass. But that is a story for another time. Right now, I need a nap, and maybe a piece of cheese. Just kidding. End of the line. Rating 8 out of 10.